So we're back with our quick introduction to Flask, and I think one of the most important things the data analyst or person interested in data will want to do when they start messing around with web applications is to put data on the web. So here's what we have so far with our Hello World Flask app. We are returning hello just to the page. Okay, just some text, super basic, but also super boring, right? Like all I'm doing is a string here. Well, let's get some data. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a spreadsheet that I have where I scraped, and that'll be a lesson for another day, but I scraped Craigslist for iPhones, and I'm looking for iPhones. I want to buy a used iPhone on Craigslist. So I've got some data here in a spreadsheet. Really quickly, let's just take this and display it in the browser. So instead of returning hello, we return the data from the spreadsheet in a table. Now we can do this really easily with a Python library called Pandas. And so Pandas makes working with tabular data a cinch. And in the function we're going to use, I'm going to import the Pandas library as PD. That's just convention. I could call it whatever I want. But I'm going to use this Pandas function called read Excel. And what read Excel is going to do is you pass in an Excel spreadsheet. It'll by default pick the very first worksheet in the workbook, or you could specify the worksheet you want. In this case, the worksheet we want is the first one, so no big deal. And it's going to create something called a data frame. A data frame is just a construct for working with tabular data, and it has a ton of different features that you can use. One feature that's super awesome is it has a toHTML method. So I can say, given this data frame, this tabular representation of our data, so basically a table, make it HTML. And so instead of returning hello, I'm just going to return this data frame with toHTML as the method. And now this will send HTML to our browser instead of just text. So now I'm going to save this. I should have purchased Sublime Text, but I haven't yet. I'm going to come back over to our command line. I'm going to kill the running server that we have, and I'm going to start it again. And so because I changed the code, I'll start it again. There's a way to do this automatically with a debug feature, but for now, just every time you update your script, kill the server, and then start over. And I'll navigate back to the browser as this fires up. We'll refresh the page, and boom, we have our data. We have this. Now it's kind of ugly, but we can inspect it in our web browser. We have HTML data here. So if I use my web inspector, I can see, look at this. These are HTML elements, TD, TR, inside of a body, or inside of a table. We didn't write any of this HTML code or markup ourselves. Pandas did it for us. So super easy using Pandas and Flask to take data from a spreadsheet and putting it on the web like so.